Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. Yahweh in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah in the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Fair use. Let's see here. See if I can blow this up. Where is it?
After slavery was prohibited in 1865, formerly enslaved people in America were granted full citizenship, the right to vote, and under the 14th Amendment, protection from racial violence. Formerly enslaved people were promised land and opportunity, but most got nothing because America quickly devolved. After slavery was prohibited in 1865, formerly enslaved people in America were granted full citizenship, the right to vote, and under the 14th Amendment, protection from racial violence. Formerly enslaved people were promised land and opportunity, but most got nothing because America quickly devolved into an era of racial terrorism and oppression for Black citizens. White people in the South were angry that people formerly considered property were now equal citizens. Many turned to violence. In the years immediately following the Civil War, thousands of Black people were murdered when they tried to claim their rights. Protection from racial violence. Formerly enslaved people were promised land and opportunity.
Now, let me get the Apocrypha. Let me see here. I want to get the Apocrypha real quick. Get the Apocrypha. JB. Wait, Apocrypha. Okay. Let's see here. Now, the Apocrypha. said something very amazing. And the average Negro don't know this, but because they believing and listening to their slave master now. Let's get this on the screen. Okay. Now, it says, this is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. It say, never trust your enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Okay. Now, let's scroll down. Now, first of all, what they did was they say, okay, now we're gonna set y'all free and protect y'all. So now they had Negroes celebrating like when Obama became president, but he wasn't even our people's. Now, verse 11 it say, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and be aware of him. See, he humbled himself and said, you know what? We're going to give y'all equal rights, and we're going to let y'all have some rights to have property and to vote and to be a part of this society. That's why the Lord said, never trust your enemy. Now, first of all, let's establish who the enemy is. Okay, let's get it out the blue letter. Let me switch my screen. Well, I can get it out the same situation. Let's stick with the Apocrypha. Oh, he said, never trust your enemy. Let me establish who the enemy is. Because for some reason, Negroes think these people is their friend. Even if you use this as a metaphor, according to the Lord, these people is the enemy. But this is reality. This ain't no metaphor now. But just to use that in a way to make it crystal clear. Now this Deuteronomy 28. So on the screen it say 28:68. I want it to be big as I get it big as I can on this screen. It's saying the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. So if you going into slavery with ships, this is dedicated to you. By the way whereof I speak unto you, you shall see it no more again. That's why I wrote in the description. Nobody sent you back to your homeland talking about they done set you free. See, freedom is when they send you back to your homeland. That's when you is redeemed, when you can go back to your homeland. The whole Bible is about going back to your homeland, the promised land, like Martin Luther King said. See, I might not get there with you, but we will, as a people, get to the promised land. This is what the whole Bible was about. It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman, meaning slave man, and bondwoman, slave woman. And no man shall buy you. So the enemy was going to sell you. The enemy was gonna have take you off of a slave ship. Totally clear context. You want to use it metaphorically, you want to use it literally. This is who is dedicated to the descendants of slaves. And their enemy is the people that sold them. These are the people that you don't supposed to trust. Anything coming out of their mouth, you don't supposed to trust it. Okay. So when you go back, go back to Ecclesiasticus. So now they just kicked me off my pocket for that quick. See if they give it to me again. Nope. There we go. 12, 10. All right, let's get. This is what they did. The whole situation about 1865. Oh, we're gonna set you free. We're gonna give you some rights to vote. Give you some rights to own property. That's them humbling themselves. They try to act like they was humble with this 14th Amendment. See, what the Lord say, be aware of him. See, watch what he got going on. If thou shalt be unto him as if he had wiped a looking glass, because it's going to be cloudy at first. But when you be aware of him, you're going to wipe that glass and you're going to see clearly that this man is the one that's deceiving your behind. Saying, though, and you shall know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. See, because that rust, he gonna act like he done humbled himself and got the rust off. But it's gonna be clear that that rust is still on his behind, and he trying to set you up. It says, set him not by you, lest when he have overthrown you, he shall stand in your place. That's what they did with the Native Americans. See, they signed 400 some treaties and broke every last treaty and slaughtered they behind and took over their land and stood up in their place talking about, and most of these dragons will tell you, I'm a Native American. I got Indian in my family. See, most of them are stand up in your place and act like they you. It say, lest he seek to take your seat, take your land, and you at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. See, the problem with the descendants of slaves, they can't remember the words because they done trusted the slave master so much. He told them, don't read the Apocrypha. See, the Lord ain't with the Apocrypha. King James put it in there, and the Catholic Church had it in their Bible, but we took it out the Bible. Don't listen to them that Apocrypha. That Apocrypha is talking about some witchcraft. See, this is what the devil will do. Verse 13 it say, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come near a wild beast? See, you know who gonna pity these people who believe in their slave master. See, who believe in the folks that done hung their ancestors on trees for no reason at all. And we gonna get that in the video. See, and who done kept them in poverty the whole time they've been in this land. Who gonna pity these people, man? Because that's what they want, see. How God gonna let us go into slavery? Say, well, you sitting around trusting the slave master. You ain't too mad about the situation. You sitting around going to his Christian church, his Jehovah Witness church, and you ain't acting like you even mad about it. When he tell you to put some poison in your veins, you'll sit there and do it.
But most got nothing because America quickly devolved into an era of racial terrorism and oppression for Black citizens. White people in the South were angry that people formerly considered property were now equal citizens. Many turned to violence. In the years immediately following the Civil War, thousands of Black people were murdered when they tried to claim their rights. Soon afterwards, federal troops were withdrawn from the South, ending a brief period of racial progress known as Reconstruction. Nationwide resistance to racial equality resulted in the reestablishment of racial subordination through bias laws, disenfranchisement, and terrorism. Violence. In the years immediately following the Civil War, thousands of Black people were murdered when they tried to claim their rights. Soon afterwards, federal troops were withdrawn from the South, ending a brief period of racial progress known as Reconstruction. Nationwide resistance to racial equality resulted in the reestablishment of racial subordination through bias laws, disenfranchisement, and terrorism, most dramatically enforced through lynchings.
Now that statement is just amazing. Now he say terrorism. Let's see what the Lord said he was gonna do to the Israelites. What did he tell them when he made the covenant with them now? Because those words is just flying off of the page when you go into the law and see what he told these Israelites. He promised these Israelites. See, this is going to be a promise. See, if you think it's a game, you're going to find out. Okay. It's Leviticus 26, and look at 14. The Lord gave them a promise about that thing. Did I switch my screens? No, let me switch my screen. Salakia. Okay. I want this to be seen. All right, here we go. Leviticus 26 and 14 says, "But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes," see, I need me some shrimp, crabs, and lobster, man. "Or if your soul abhor my judgments," we had to go into slavery. "So that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant," okay, he said, "I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror." See, I'm going to terrorize your behind, because this was the punishment. And you had David Walker and these individuals trying to tell these people who they were. See, he wrote the appeal to the Negro, and most of them was all up into their slave master. Let's see here. It says I will appoint over you terror, consumption, burning ague, that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. Okay. And knowing these people, they'll do it for real, literally. But that's mainly talking about figuratively. You finna work for nothing. I want to get the other part too, because they was believing the situation and they found out that this man was a bold-faced liar. They thought they was really free, boy. They were celebrating, starting to get into the government. A lot of Negroes was prospering. You had the lady with the hair company or the beauty products, Madam C. Walker, something Walker. She becoming a millionaire, dealing with the house situation. So some Negroes were doing their thing. What I want, King David. See, he told you who not to trust, and he identified why these people lying to your behind so heavy. Hold on, what did I do? He identified who gonna be the liar. Somebody that know how to craft a lie so good. They know how to tell you a bold-faced lie, boy. He let it be known. This is the one, him. He gonna be the one that's gonna be lying to y'all behind. King David showed clearly who these people is. He said, this is a son of David. When Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul a big old fat lie and said unto him, David is come to the house of Ahimelech. Now, he already said in this, he don't want to told. First of all, he said this. Make sure you know this is the Edomite that did it. He ain't just went to talking about the wicked. See, he usually was just called them the wicked, but he was specific on this one. Let me tell you about the time when this dang on Edomite, who is the wicked, who is the so-called white man, to be specific, what they trying to hide their identity as now, the red peoples. See, when he went and told Saul, King Saul, that I done went to the high priest's house, or I done went to the high priest and tried to conspire against him. And he done told Saul this crap. Now Saul trying to kill everybody. Saul done let him go and kill all the 80-something priests because he done went and told a lie. But look at what King David said. He said, your tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor working deceitfully. See, they gonna tell you, oh, you free, you got equal rights, and we gonna protect you. Okay, we gonna see if this protection really came. Because when folks was getting hung on them trees, we didn't see no protection. See, verse 3, it say, thou lovest evil more than good. What did they love? Evil more than good. Like Eddie Murphy said, he said, evil. See, they love evil. Say, and they love lying. Love telling a bold-faced lie rather than to speak righteousness. Said they love all devouring words. We gonna and see, it ain't just that we gonna talk it. Oh, deceitful tongue. Let me get this one. See, they ain't just gonna tell a lie with their mouth. They gonna tell a lie make the thing certified. Oh no, I want this. Psalms. Psalm 94. See, they ain't just gonna tell a lie. Let me blow this up. This is Psalm 94 and 20. And this is what they getting ready to do already. This is what they working on right now. This is the main prophecy and situation that they're trying to set up. Put it in law. Verse 20 says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, with you? And what's the throne of iniquity? The kingdom of the man of sin. See, the man of sin sitting on the throne, he a king. These Edomites. And should you have fellowship with Abraham? Because if you, while you're in a Jehovah Wickedness, Mormon, Christian church, they government is writing laws to destroy your behind. Said which frame mischief by a law. See, they had all kind of laws they were setting up during Reconstruction. You can't come outside when it's dark. When the sun go down, they acting like they're your mama. If I catch you out here when that sun, when them lights come on, I'm gonna beat you half to death. See, and these dragons ain't gonna just throw you in the jail. Sometimes they might string you up. And this ain't talking about no 1865, 1850. See, 1995, they'll string you up in Georgia. You get caught on the wrong street at the wrong time, and the police is the Ku Klux Klan, and he working with the peoples in the city, some little small town, and he called them up. Hey man, I got a car out here. It's a bunch of Negroes in here. It's a Negro. One Negro solo riding around smoking weed. See, he ain't gonna have no protection. He already breaking the law, so we can string him up. We done caught this Negro on the back street. Okay. Look, frame mischief by a law, the lawman. He gonna be the one to set your behind up on the back street. Now, let me see here. Let's show some of these situations where these people done went out there and caught innocent people. Old lady walking down the street, they done strung her up, Salakia. They done strung the old lady up, man.
Dramatically enforced through lynchings. Racial terror lynchings of Black people defined a shameful era in America. These lynchings differed from the hanging of white people in places where there was no functioning criminal justice system. Racial terror lynchings were directed at all Black people. They enforced compliance with racial hierarchy and white supremacy.
See, Esau messing with
And ensured racial segregation and denial of equal rights. In 1916, in Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, a young Black man named Jeff Brown accidentally bumped into a white woman while running to catch a train. A white mob stopped him and lynched him, beating him and then hanging him from a tree for his insolence and carelessness. His public murder was not about criminal punishment, but was instead about maintaining racial hierarchy and terrorizing the Black community. White for his insolence and carelessness. His public murder was not about criminal punishment, but was instead about maintaining racial hierarchy and terrorizing the Black community. White town residents proudly sold photographs of Mr. Brown's brutalized body hanging from the tree for 5 cents each. The Equal Justice Initiative has documented thousands of racial terror lynchings between 1877 and 1950. EJI.
I wanna. Let me go back some. This blurry on the
Body hanging from the tree for 5 cents each. The Equal Justice Initiative has documented thousands of racial terror lynchings between 1877 and 1950. EJI has confirmed the lynchings of over 4,000 Black people who were tortured, maimed, beaten, shot, hung, and burned alive by crowds of white people, often with the cooperation of law enforcement or government officials. The terror of lynching was so widespread that millions of Black people fled the South and settled in the urban North and West as refugees of American terror, shaping the current demographic geography of the United States. On July 5, 1933, an older Black woman named Elizabeth Lawrence reprimanded a group of white children who threw rocks at her as she walked home from work. Word spread that a Black woman had dared to rebuke white children, and that night, an angry mob of white citizens lynched Ms. Lawrence for her audacity. Her home was then burned to the ground. Her son, Alexander, fled to Boston. Racial terror lynchings often had the atmosphere of carnivals, with food vendors and souvenir stands. Hundreds or thousands of white people would often gather to watch and take part in the torture and murder of Black citizens. There has been no effort in America to confront this legacy of racial terror. While hundreds of Confederate monuments litter the landscape and
see these people was having
was
fun
then
with
burned
it too. See, they was having fun with the situation. A bunch of rattlesnakes. What King David, he said that these people like some poisonous snakes. And they try to act like the Indians started the Fort Tongue situation. King David, the one set the precedence for what these Edomites is known for. Now I want to let's see here.
to the ground. Her son, Alexander, fled to Boston. Racial terror lynchings often had the atmosphere of carnivals, with food vendors and souvenir stands. Hundreds or thousands of white people would often gather to watch and take part in the torture and murder of Black citizens. There has been no effort in America to confront this legacy of racial terror. While hundreds of Confederate monuments litter the landscape in southern states, there has been no public recognition of the violence endured by Black people. On October 7, 1910, a white mob in Montgomery, Alabama tried to abduct and lynch Black men being held in jail on suspicion of miscegenation or interracial sexual relations. When they were unable to get the men out of the jail, the frustrated mob lynched a Black taxi driver named John Dell, who was sitting in his cab nearby. No one was ever arrested or prosecuted for his murder. EJI's Community Remembrance Project
And now, here is Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu with his penetrating presentation of countering the conspiracy to destroy Black boys.
There's no topic that concerns me more than the one on the conspiracy to destroy Black boys. And the reason is when our little boys are in prison,
part in the torture and murder of Black citizens. There has been no effort in America to confront this legacy of racial terror.
Now these people Salakia. Let me get this verse because boy, look at him. took my face off the screen. Congratulations, Esau. Now the Lord, they think he ain't paying attention. And he done already wrote what these people was gonna be doing. Celebrating, boy. Now, this one of them in Ezekiel 35. How he worded this thing was, he worded it perfect. He said, because, let me blow this up some. Say, because thou have had a perpetual hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Israel. Hold on, what's going on? Okay. Shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time it says, have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, meaning in slavery, in the time that their iniquity had an end. See, all the way up to the end of slavery, they're gonna be shedding the blood of the children of Israel. Now, the other one I wanted was lamentation. See, and how he wrote that thing was too powerful. He worded it, perfect. Look what he told these dragons, boy. Because this is what they was doing now. What was they doing when they had us in hardcore slavery? And they had us hanging on them trees. He says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. See, them jokers was rejoicing, man. Say, y'all have your fun now. See, you want to have postcards. You selling postcards for $5 or whatever the price was, while you got these Negroes swinging on the trees like strange fruit. You rejoicing, having a good time, having a whole freaking festival on hanging Negroes or the hanging of the Negro. Then he let you know these the same dragon that was Job was talking about. They were dwelling in the land of Uz. This is who he talking about. This is Job was talking about. The devil, Satan. It says, the punishment of your iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry you away into captivity. He will visit your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover your sin. So he gonna get on them in a minute. See, we gonna be, and mind you, in Deuteronomy 30, Deuteronomy 30 verse 7, to tell you that the curse is gonna be turned on the enemies. See, the enemies getting in now. They rejoicing and being glad because they get to destroy their enemy, and there ain't nobody coming to save them. Cause that's what Negroes hoping. See, they're hoping that the good white peoples, the good Edomites, will come and save them out of the situation. Well, where the good ones at? See, no, these dragons ain't coming to save you, man. They just told you a lie, talking about they're gonna protect you. They ain't protecting nothing. it says they hunt our steps. See, we gonna be hunting their steps. They hunt our steps, we gonna be hunting their steps. That we cannot go in our streets. See, we gonna throw they behind in a pit. They not gonna come up out of there until we ready for them to come out of there, and we gonna put they behind the work. See, our end is near, our days are fulfilled, our end is come. These are the curses that's gonna go on these people. And look, when Yahushua come, he said he gonna fly like an eagle over Basra. With a Jeremiah 49. See, he said, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains, meaning the governments. They lay wait for us in the wilderness. And this is how the Lord said they're gonna be rejoicing. Or it's another one he talked about them rejoicing. And they passing pamphlets around. Oh, we done hung one of them Negroes. We've been hanging these Mexicans down here on the border. You should have seen it, boy. I'll sell you a picture for $5. Say these dragons are something else. Now when you go to Zechariah, see, they was rejoicing, saying, bless the Lord, boy, we having a good day. We done hung these Negroes, ain't nobody can save them. See, while they on the tree, they probably talking all kind of noise. But ain't nobody can save they behind. And we get money off of it. We selling it for the $5. We selling tickets and everything, picnics. It's Zechariah 11:5. It said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord. See, these jokers is rejoicing, man. Bless the Lord. Boy, we got us a hanging going on. For I am rich and we getting money. Working these jokers to the bone. And their own shepherds pity them not. See, we can set up a random Negro, see, out of their neighborhood, and we can give him some money, and he don't even care about him. He gonna let us do whatever we want to do to him. He ain't gonna warn him or nothing. He gonna tell him to trust us and everything. Trust your enemy. God love everybody. These Edomites. God love these Edomites, man. These Edomites can be spiritual Israelites. As long as if they can come up in the church with y'all, tell them that they can come up in here too and be a spiritual Israelite and read your forefathers' writings. See, this is what a wicked behind Negro will do. But I want to get another one on that rejoicing before I go into these wicked Negroes who sit around and help their slave master blind the rest of the sheep. Let's see here. Revelation. I think it's 11. Let me try 11 first. Revelations 11. Yep, here it is. 11 and 10. He says, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. See, these jokers sending, boy, if it don't get no better than that, sending a freaking postcard or sending invitations and postcards, having festivals, because we around here hanging old Negro women on a tree because some kids were throwing rocks at her. And she went and told them, y'all bad behind kids better stop throwing rocks at me. Why y'all throwing rocks at me? I'm going to tell your mammies and your pappies. Not knowing that later, these people are the devil, man. You've been going up in their church talking about hallelujah and dancing and skipping around with these wicked Negroes and they pastor that these dragons done set up. See, Margaret Sanger, she said we need to set up their pastors now, set these pastors up. We need to get some of these wicked Negroes because they'll listen to their pastor now. We know these Negro women will listen to their pastor, and she'll bring all of her children with her. And all the children gonna listen to Big Mama. They're not gonna fight Big Mama now. And they over here, she thinking she gonna be able to go to the parents, and these folks done strung her behind up. What you say? You talking to our children like that? Who did this nigga think she is? See, and now they rejoicing over you. They sending postcards. You know we strung up, and then they having meetings and everything. You know we strung up one of them nigga women. She was throwing rocks at our kids. These Negroes are getting out of control around here. We're gonna have to do something about this. Say they should send gifts to one another. See, that's when you know you just, boy, they sending, well, you know, Johnny, he was real good to us last year, man. We gonna give him a good gift and send Bobo over there. Don't give him Bobo as a gift and write Merry Christmas on his chest. It says because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. See, they knew who we were. See, that's the whole thing. And let's go ahead and put it up on the screen. Just in case a dragon wants to be nosy. Hold on, let me get my screen right. Let's put it up on the screen and show these jokers knew who we was way back in the 1800s. And they was telling their family members, see, we the only ones blind to the situation. Like Cat Williams said, you a liar. See, they know when they told a lie. They watching to see if you gonna figure it out. You just don't know what they done lied about. But they family, they done came up with the situation. Let me go ahead and get it off this one. Say we know who we are, but they don't know who they are. As long as they dumb, deaf, and blind, we're gonna have our way with them. These people having postcards, rejoicing. Look at him. See, they know where they come from. They got a whole city. Welcome to Edom. See, welcome to the land of our forefather, Esau, because all of his children is possessing this land. We doing whatever we want to do in this land. Edom, Texas. Come on to Babylon the Great, America, where the Edomites is running the show. It said the history of Edom. See, in here, Babylon the Great. It said in 1855, the post office moved 1 mile south of the present town site. It was renamed Edom for the name given to Esau in the book of Genesis. Boy, look at him. And what did they put there? Look at the last sentence. It said, hold on, last sentence. It said by 1860, it had a Baptist church, see, a Methodist church, Say we need to set up just in case some of these Negroes want to move our direction. And just in case they run into one of these hillbillies that don't understand what's going on, they're going to be able to push this love on. Love your enemy crap. It says a hotel and a Masonic lodge. See, that's how they get these Negroes to get on their team, through the Masonic lodge. When you look at Rosewood, the Negro, the man say, I'm a Mason. Oh, the Negro say, oh, come on in. He done helped the man run through the city. And they had the Mason thing up on the little church on Rosewood. Because that's how they was keeping their little secret operation going. And the higher you get up in the Mason lodge, then they're going to tell you, we really Edomites. And these people we got is Israelites. And we going to kick they behind as long as the Lord let us do it. So they knew in 1855, because they naming they cities after their forefather. See, what other place they was naming? They got another place that they were naming after their forefather, Esau. And this one, how the Lord set the situation up is too powerful. They trying to look. You put in Basra and see what's pop up first. They're gonna take you all the way back to Jordan, to the old homeland of Basra. But now this is a new Basra. See, the Lord ain't got to tell no lies. It's the new Basra. Let's see if we can get the history on this town now, because they told it. They will tell it about us. See, these dragons know who they are. Let's get the history. 17, look, but wait, they did this before the Texas. Let me get the whole history, because they give me a sentence. Y'all need to give me the whole thing. There we go. It says it became its own parish, 1737. This before they even named the place America. These dragons over here. See? Before they, well, I ain't say before they named the place America, but before they did the Constitution, they had already named this place Edom of Basra, the main place of their family members. It says, let me blow this up. See, these people, these children don't know the history. That's why they've been a bunch of idiots out here in the streets. It said the community, according to the legend, really wanted to call itself Bath. Yeah, y'all need a Bath. After the famous spot in England, the local man chosen to carry a parish request to Hartford had a somewhat intricate manner of dress, eccentric manner of dress. However, when he appeared before the legislature, he was dressed in loud, partly colored homespun, so odd as to bring to the mind of one amused legislator the query of Isaiah 61, 63 and 1. Now, see, boy, the Lord, boy, he is a powerful operator. Now, you talking about some amazing stuff. Now, they quote the verse, say, who cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra. So, these folks thinking about the Bible, man. But that's just a lame excuse. We don't trust nothing that they got to say. Overcome by the humorous appropriateness of this verse, The assembly decided to name the town Basra when it incorporated the place. So the man walked in the darn courtroom or the courthouse or wherever they was at, and he got on a loud red outfit. So they say, "Who is this man dressed in dyed garments, dressed in these red outfit, walking up in the darn in the building?" And they done named the town after their forefathers. But we know these dragons knew who they was. They ain't reading no Bible and being confused. But that's how they gonna try to play it out. Just so happened, once the legislators brought up the verse, nobody didn't say, "What, you want to be associated with that group of people? Don't you know the Lord say He hate the Edomites? Why in the world we gonna be associated with that?" Say, no, they, that's our forefather. We ain't worried about that mess. Let me see him. Let me get back.
Put him up! Simmer down, y'all. I had a nice quiet town here. You put an end to that, didn't you, boy?
Wasn't no colored boy, had nothing to do with what happened here.
Shut up, Jesse.
That ain't my name.
Now, that's a whole big one now. He said, "Shut up, Jesse." See, they gonna call you what they want to call you. That's why King David called him like a serpent. Yeah, a deaf adder. King David called him a deaf adder. And King Solomon, when he was writing about let me put both of them up there. See, these dragons. King Solomon, when he was talking about the food and the sugar that they're gonna be coming up with to try to poison your behind, and the liquor, he said that liquor is gonna hit you and turn you pretty much into one of these darn Edomites, because they act like they drunk. They act like they drunk. Now, for some reason, oh, here we go. Now, for some reason, oh, here we go. Now, for some reason. Now, King David, Psalm 58. Now, King David, Psalm 58. So it's a lot. Let me turn it down. It might be too many words. Yeah, I'm gonna get that verse because that verse is so perfect. They don't care what you want to call yourself. They gonna call you what they want to call you. Oh, you say you're Israelite, huh? Well, we know you colored people. You come from over there in that Africa. They call the place Africa. You're African. With the Africans, act like you ain't even said nothing. I ain't no African, man. That's a white man name. Well, the Africans, running their mouth like you ain't said nothing. We ain't black. We Israelite. Well, the black Hebrew Israelite. See, this is just like a bunch of deaf adders, man.
They accused him of writing some insulting letters to a white woman.
Word had gotten around town that Anthony Crawford had started acting uppity.
He was accused of assaulting a white woman.
This white guy thought there was a courtship going on between Wes Johnson and this white man's wife.
There was a 28-year-old man who hadn't done anything. The mob lynched him because he was black.
When you're raised in a family where there was a known lynching, you're socialized very differently about America.
After slavery was prohibited in 1865, formerly enslaved people in America were granted full citizenship, the right to vote, and under the 14th Amendment, protection from racial violence.
Now, this full citizenship these people talking about. What in the world? My thing is, what in the world that supposed to mean? Full citizenship. See, they'll make up all kind of crap. Boy, that's when the Lord said, you listen to them if you want to. See, that's why when they read the scriptures, they going to talk about something. It's only two laws. You got to love man and love God. Well, see, hold on, wait a minute. How are you going to do that? Well, what that's going to entail? How you going to make that how you going to practically do that, man? What are some of the things you're going to be doing to love, showing that you love your neighbor and showing that you love God? Is you just going to run your mouth, or you going to give me minimum wage? Is you going to run your mouth, or you just going to be a Jehovah Witness talking about we ain't going to deal with politics. We don't mess with politics. See, we're not going to protest for your rights and for the treatment that these other Edomites, our fellow Edomites, treating you. We just going to sit here and we going to talk about the Bible. See, we ain't here to deal with no politics. See, this is the kind of love they talking about. Just we wants to run our mouth. See, that ain't what love is all about. What's that verse that say, word and deed? So you just can't run your mouth and talk about you love somebody, man. But this is the game that these people play. That's why the Lord say, don't you trust them if you want to. Trust one of these red dragons if you want to. Now it says, what in what is this? 1 John 3 and 10. It says, is this the children of God are manifest? Oh no, not is it 3 and 10? Oh no, 3:18, Salakia. Well, he breaking it down. He gonna let you know. See, they talking about they some Jehovah wickedness. We are witnesses of Jehovah. We trying to help everybody. We love everybody. Okay, we gonna find out. It says, my little children, let us not love in word. See, we don't want to talk about no it's two laws and all the other laws fall on that law, and just love your neighbor and love God. Well, how you gonna do that, and what you gonna be doing to show that you love God and love your neighbor? What's some of the things you gonna do? See, you just gonna run your mouth in word Even though we getting paid minimum wage, we got to live in the projects. See, we getting fed poison. They got all kind of conspiracies and using all kind of experiments on us, and you know about it, and you ain't telling nobody. When you got a watchtower when you got a watchtower, any kind of publication from a pastor talking about these folks trying to poison you, man. These people got all kind of experiments going on you. See, because that's another way. That's a deed that you can put in. You ain't wanting nobody of nothing, man. You sitting around running your mouth talking about a blessing. Give me some money for a blessing. We ain't like the churches. We got a contribution box in the back. Give however you feel that you need to give. But when you give to God, He's gonna bless you. You saying the same thing, you just doing it in a different way, man. What in the world? He said, look at how he said it. This 1 John 3:18, he said, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue. Don't just run your mouth, but in deed and in truth. See, because that's what the people doing, man. These Edomites got these churches on every corner, and then they're running their mouth, talking about some, you got citizenship of a country. And times has done changed. It ain't like it used to be. You a lie. You still a bunch of liars.
Formerly enslaved people were promised land and opportunity, but most got nothing because America quickly devolved into an era of racial terrorism and oppression for Black citizens. White people in the South were angry that people formerly considered property were now equal citizens. Many turned to violence. In the years immediately following the Civil War, thousands of Black people were murdered when they tried to claim their rights. Soon afterwards, federal troops were withdrawn from the South, ending a brief period of racial progress known as Reconstruction.
And what that period from 1865 on up to what was it, like 1870 something, till you got into the 1880s. Then they went to start and focus on the Bible. We need this Bible, see. 1881, we need to go ahead and knock out that Apocrypha. We gonna get it translated, but we gonna knock that situation out. Don't even put that in the Bible. Keep that crap out the Bible. They don't need to know that we the Edomites. See, they don't need to know that Esau is the end of the world. Don't you tell them none of that. They don't need to know that God don't care nothing about these other nations. And he focused on his high priest nation. See, he focusing on the Israelites. Israelites gonna lead the cause. They gonna lead everything and direct everything. That's just who he focused on. He not focused on these other people. No, we don't need them to have that Apocrypha, man. That Apocrypha was telling how we used to have the Greeks. Now they know we the Greeks, so it's saying how the Greeks was hanging folks babies. See, making them not keep none of the laws in the Bible. So we don't need to let them folks see no Apocrypha. Take that out the book. That's 1881. At the end of that Reconstruction, this was really what they was getting to. Reconstruction. Yeah, you reconstructing the whole situation. Then they went from just giving you food or letting you eat off the crops. They say, okay, we're gonna start a store. Let's put this store up here. And they say the store, everybody living off of the store and the money that you're gonna give the store, that's a worse slavery. That's a worse situation than people having crops all over the place and the folks can eat off the crops and eat off the bushes and around the town. Because man, back in the day, it was bushes everywhere, man. I mean, bushes with fruits on them. Plums, grapes, oranges, mangoes, pears. You got fruits for days just walking around town with these dragons, cut all the fruit trees down, poison them, made it illegal to have food all in your yard, so everybody got to depend on a grocery store and slave for massa.
Nationwide resistance to racial equality resulted in the reestablishment of racial subordination through biased laws, disenfranchisement, and terrorism, most dramatically enforced through lynchings. Racial terror lynchings of Black people defined a shameful era in America. These lynchings differed from the hanging of white people in places where there was no functioning criminal justice system. Racial terror lynchings were directed at all Black people. They enforced compliance with racial hierarchy and white supremacy and ensured racial segregation and denial of equal rights. In 1916, in Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, a young Black man named Jeff Brown accidentally bumped into a white woman while running to catch a train. A white mob stopped.
Now, he said a denial of equal rights. So when you go into let me get Proverbs real quick. I'm gonna get this out the blue letter. Proverbs break down that hate, see, on a whole nother level. Now look how this stream and took my face off. They something else, boy. Let's see here. 1 John. Okay, we looking at the. Okay, let me see how it looks. All right, that's good. Anyway, so what was that? This 1 John 3:18. This is what these people do. It says, "My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth." Well, I gotta remember this verse. This verse is powerful because this is the whole example of the Christian church talking about some of the law. It's only 2 laws, and you got to love God and your neighbor. And they ain't that's all they want to do, run their mouth. See. Now here go another one to tell you, okay, you talking about some love, and you telling a bold-faced lie. Look at what you doing. See. Let me hit it. Proverbs 26. Blow this one up. This is what wicked behind Jehovah wickedness come to your door running their mouth, telling a bold-faced lie, a Mormon, a Baptist, Methodist from Edom, Texas. It says a lying tongue hate those that are afflicted by it. See, most of these Negroes is been afflicted by these people because they listening to these lies that they trying to tell them. The whole law hang on 2 laws: love God and love your neighbor. See, and what are they doing? The King Solomon to go on, and a flattering mouth work ruin. See, that's all they doing is flattering you. We love God and we love our neighbor. This is what the Lord told us to do. But how you gonna do it? See, because you letting these people hunt us down in the street, and you ain't said nothing. You ain't got a watchtower saying, "Oh, we got shootings." Why is it shootings going on? The devil shooting down these Negroes in the street, and the folks getting off of the situation. You ain't got no petition going around trying to get people out of trouble and out of jail for some trumped up charge, you ain't doing nothing. Because the scriptures talk about that now. When folks go to prison, you ain't came to visit them. These people ain't doing nothing, man. They running their mouth. And when they running their mouth, they telling a lie. Oh, that law of Moses and the law, the 10 Commandments, all that is done away with. We ain't got to worry about none of that. This is what these pastors and preachers will tell you, because they working for the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the nation of Edom. This is who they working for, and they only concerned about this nation. Now, let me see. So this video got it's so potent.
Stopped him and lynched him, beating him and then hanging him from a tree for his F. Brown accidentally bumped into a white woman while running to catch a train. A white mob stopped him and lynched him, beating him and then hanging him from a tree for his insolence and carelessness. His public murder was not about criminal punishment, but was instead about maintaining racial hierarchy and terrorizing the Black community. White town residents proudly sold photographs of Mr. Brown's brutalized body hanging from the tree for 5 cents each.
Oh, 5 cents. I wanted to get that. 5 cents. And back then, 5 cents probably like $5 anyway, because you can buy, the dollar done devalued and the money done devalued so much. You could used to buy anything with a penny and a nickel and a dime and a quarter. But anyhow, bumping into a red pit bull dog, you get hung up on the tree. See, you know that's because you a diehard Christian. See, you done fell into the whole, we gonna sit here with Master done set us free. See, you sucking up all his lies. And then what this was in, did they tell the date on that thing? Let me see if they said the date. Because in the 1930s, 33 is when the nigger woman got hung
of
up.
Equal rights. In 1916, in Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, a young Black man named John.
So in 1916, what was going on in 1916? Let's go ahead and see if we can pull it up. See. Let's see here. 1916. What was going on in 1916? I know what was going on, but let's see why the Lord was knocking Negroes off. See, because they ain't. First of all, when we talking about Esau, Edom, who doing a bunch of lying, this is another part of the lie. When he don't tell you what judgment is. See, you don't even know what the judgment of the situation is because he done told a bold-faced lie. What I want to get, I want to go into this internet. And pull up this 1910. What was going on? It's 1916 now. Harlem Renaissance. That thing went on around when, and what was going on during the Harlem Renaissance? See, well, and they weren't keeping it no secret either. You had Bishop, you had Bishop, I forgot his name, but he was a bishop in the church And he writing books about we are Israelites. The descendants of slaves in America is Israelites. See, and I bet you got these wicked Negroes running around going to the juke joint, see, moonshining and freaking going to the Baptist church, listening to Massa, and our people is waking up, telling them. And mind you, it was major controversy in Harlem because they was going to a school, and the teachers was trying to protest about the situation. They didn't want them to come up in their school, or something was going on where it made national news, and they was hearing that these people's up in New York City saying that they some Israelites, and they having problems in the schoolhouse. They say the black Jews of Harlem, let's blow it up. Mind you, it said that this Negro bumped into a white lady on the freaking going to jump on the train, and they strung his behind up. It said the black Jews of Harlem are a minority ethnic group in New York who first appeared in the early 1900s, 1910. By 1930, there was at least 4 groups of black Jews in Harlem. The most important of the groups are the Commandment Keepers, Holy Church of the Living God. Now, there was rumors saying that Martin Luther King daddy went to this church. It says Commandment Keepers founder Rabbi Matthew. See, he was writing books and trying to tell these Negroes, y'all are Israelites. Every Negro in America is Israelites. Because they didn't start that immigration push. See what these dragons do. They didn't start the immigration push until the 1970s. See, once they kicked the Negro out the house and went into full-fledged trying to destroy the Israelites. It said Rabbi Matthew described a natural link between people of Africa. See, that they go with the lie again. Of people descending from the east coast of the world, and Judaism, which he claimed extended from Abraham through King Solomon of Israel and Queen Sheba of Ethiopia. See, that's a glaring lie. Who founded the line of kings who ruled in Ethiopia. He affirmed that the original Jews were black and at least people of non-European descent who inhabited northeastern Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Yet the black Jews of Harlem were typically West Indian, East African, or South American in origin. It said that the specific origins of the Jewish faith among the blacks are obscured. Some, anyway, I ain't gonna read all this crap because probably somebody trying to critique what this man was doing. But I got his writings where he say every last one of y'all is a Hebrew. Every last one of them, and we know what that language means. And he had a one of these white pastors trying to come against him in 1910. It was major controversy now. So a Negro, wicked Negro running around. See, they got 1916. You had Black Wall Street, you had the Renaissance. They jumping on trains and traveling. See, they ain't just sitting around in one rinky-dink town talking about woe is me. See, they traveling, they wearing all kind of outfits. They migrating from the one city to the next. So when all this stuff was going on, context mattered too, because the Lord ain't just sitting around doing nothing, saying, okay, I'm gonna give them 350 years of slavery and I'm gonna just let everything go how it's going. So no, he still was waking folks up, and he probably was sending all kind of stuff to people, and they rejected it and wanted to follow their slave masters and stay in wickedness. Let's see here. Now I want to go back. see if they say the date on this lady too, and if they even say the city. Where we at? So in 1916, you had 6 years with the Bishop Matthews and Bishop good Lord, I forget that man's name. Something right. I don't want to leave that part. There's no Bishop Matthews, but the other bishop, C.W. something. What was that man's name? Matthews. Let's see here. Okay, Bishop A.W. Cook. Bishop A.W. Cook. And there was a bunch of other rabbis in New Jersey that was saying every black man is a real Hebrew if he know it or not. See, writing books. So that's another context to the situation. Just like when Trayvon Martin started dropping back to back, you had the Israelites coming strong in 2012. 2012. You had the Israelites coming strong and starting to hit and starting to hit the social media on a whole nother level. And they was back and forth with these Egyptologists with their debates and all that crap. And Negroes still going in with their wickedness. Now, let's see here.
Jeff Brown accidentally bumped into a white woman while running to catch a train. A white mob stopped him and lynched him, beating him and then hanging him from a tree for his insolence and carelessness. His public murder was not about criminal punishment, but was instead about maintaining racial hierarchy and terrorizing the black community. White town residents proudly sold photographs of Mr. Brown's brutalized body hanging from the tree for 5 cents each.
See, proudly. That's what that Revelation 13, was it 13? No, Revelation 11, where they say they're going to rejoice. They're going to be rejoicing over the situation. Because they was tormenting them, knowing that these people are Israelites, and they people telling them that they're Israelites, but these ones here, they don't know. See, and these dragons is being used by the Most High to punish folks. See, that's the context that these regular Negroes don't understand. See, you want to just turn away from the covenant and act like the covenant ain't nothing. I'm going to have terror come on your behind. Let me see.
The Equal Justice Initiative has documented thousands of racial terror lynchings between 1877 and 1950. EJI has confirmed the lynchings of over 4,000 Black people who were tortured, maimed, beaten, shot.
Okay, 4,000. Now, that 4,000 is a major situation. Now, look at this. It says between 1877. So that terrorism was going in, because in 81, that's when they say we gonna destroy this Bible and start making all this New King James, the NIV, the HIV, whatever the heck, a revised version of the Bible, and start taking out key parts that let these people know who they are. So why they in our Christian church and we tell them to read the Bible, we don't want them to run across the wrong thing and start thinking and getting these ideas. Then it say to 1950. So World War I and World War II hadn't went by. And after World War II in 1945, them Negroes was coming back and they was getting hung. You done went and fought the war for this dragon now. He done use you as a mercenary on the freaking other heathens. See, Moab and Ammon and whoever close relation to him, Elam and all that. He done use them to go down and whoop up on these other Edomites and whoop up on these other heathens. And for 5 years strong, he's still hanging your behind. And mainly probably you that done came from the war. And and probably out of them 4,000 people that done got hung, ain't none of these dragons going to the jailhouse. See, they done found an Emmett Till lady. She done confessed, and they still ain't throw her behind in jail. Like, just because she old, that supposed to mean something. But when one of these old dragons went to talking about their little situation, see, they threw her behind in jail when she was old. She got out, wrote another book about their lies, and they threw her behind back in jail again. They ain't give a dang how old she was. See, when she was finna expose they crap, you going to jail. But when you help this little young boy get murdered, when you set him up, and then you confess to the crime, you don't even go to jail, man. That show you that this people has not got no equal justice system. And confess years later, knowing you told a bold-faced lie.
Hung and burned alive by crowds of white people, often with the cooperation of law enforcement.
This is why we get on the 2/3 so hard. Because like the Lord say, who gonna pity you? See, when they get martial law popping off and they start this what you call it? Rex 84, you got Megiddo or Megiddo, some Project Megiddo, and they start focusing on Negroes, which they got the plan already now. And they just trying to set the situation up with now you finna look like the criminal. See, they gonna be able to accuse you. That's why in Revelation 10 it say, let me go ahead and get that. The accusers of the brethren. Revelation 10. No, Revelation 12 and 10, Salakia. Revelation 12 and 10. It said, and I heard a loud voice saying in the heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ, of Mashiach. So when they realize that the salvation finna come and it's no return for them, they gonna shut the system down, man. It say, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. See, they gonna be setting the situation up where now you is showing out and rioting and doing all kind of craziness because they done set you up like that. Same thing with the hood. See, most of these folks is a product of their environment because the dragon done did a freaking experiment on rats. And he using that experiment he used on the rats on Negroes. This is why Jamie Foxx helped make the movie Cloning Tyrone, because Tyrone was some dragon, some Edomite who done been studying rats and say, you know what, we're gonna use this experiment we did on the rats, we're gonna use them on the Negroes. So they gonna be in this environment. We know what they're gonna do. They're gonna start gangs. They're gonna start raping and harassing people on every level. We gonna engineer their minds through the environment. See, the environment is gonna engineer their minds. We ain't got to sit around and teach them nothing. We just gonna set the environment up, and they gonna react to the environment. See, That's how you accuse them day and night. You setting they behind up, man. And they gonna do it on a whole nother level. So they ain't just gonna throw you in the project now. See, now we'll shut the whole grocery store down, cut the lights off. See, we'll make it legal to smoke weed and make it legal to walk around with a gun on your hip. See, so a Negro can jump bad and shoot up the place. We gonna have an environment that's gonna mold their mind. We ain't got to sit around and hang Negroes on the trees no more now. We can have them killing each other. Now,
or government officials. The terror of lynching was so widespread that millions of Black people fled the South and settled in the urban North and West as refugees of American terror, shaping the current demographic geography of the United States. On July 5th, 1933, an older Black woman named Elizabeth Lawrence reprimanded a group of white children who threw rocks at her as she walked home.
Now I'm going to pause there. It said, fled the South. First they told in 1910, now they're in 1933. So during the Red Summer in 1920, they went to flee in the South. And they had done built up all these little towns during the Renaissance. And they done fled the South and went up there to up north. Mind you, New York City, you got 5 groups that's telling people we the Israelites. So when you go into this 1930, she done went up there with them people. She up in there with the people at now. She hearing and she done heard. See, just like these Negroes now, they hearing and they done heard, but they want to disagree and say, Master said that the Lord love everybody. Master said we some Hamite Africans and God put a curse on us to make us have dark skin. We just stayed out in the sun too long in Africa. And they went up there in the mountains where it was cold and they lost their pigment some kind of way. Or they never got the pigment because they came out regular and we stayed in the sun in hot Africa and got dark. See, this is the kind of mess that these dragons was telling folks. And a Negro was sucking it up and passing it down to their children. See, the Lord love everybody and just go to church and listen to the devil, the white man. Do what he tell you to do now. Don't get caught outside because they'll string you up now. Don't do too much wrong. See, they'll tell you to do the junk. And then when reality hit, they get caught out there and realize what's really going on. But then, even then, man, she probably went to them people's children, the parents, and tried to tell on them.
Home from work. Word spread that a Black woman had dared to rebuke white children, and that night, an angry mob of white citizens lynched Ms. Lawrence for her audacity. Her home was then burned to the ground.
I'll tell you some stuff too now. So the situation went down. So she reprimanded the kid. Now, did the kid just go back and tell their parent, or did she even try to go tell the darn parent? And they ain't nothing went down. They just let her run her mouth like they do. They let the nigga woman get out of control and do whatever she want to do. And then later on, see why you think everything done went down and you done showed them. I showed them and I tell them. I don't let them treat me like that. And I tell them what I want to tell them. They don't talk crazy to me. They know about me. See, they know about you all right. See, they caught her at the nighttime and burnt her junk down. See, because you up in that Christian church talking about some thank you, Jesus, and hallelujah. And ain't no telling what she could have been a Jehovah's Witness at this time too. Because they was pushing that crap on everybody in America too. So she could have been all over the place reprimanding the children.
Her son, Alexander, fled to Boston. Racial terror lynchings often had the atmosphere of carnivals with food vendors and souvenir
Man, they having a party. This man said a carnival.
stands.
See, my dad used to DJ for Carnival. That's an amazing situation. You got music playing, food flying all over the place, funnel cakes, ices. You having a good time. See, and this is what the Lord said, they're gonna rejoice. He said, let me read that again. It's Revelation 11:10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. The boy selling the darn thing for 5 cents. Boy, that's the greatest stuff I ever heard in my life. You selling, they done hung the man now, and you done took a picture of it. You selling, you done did something. You selling you selling the picture for 5 cents. Good gracious, boy. That one, when he said, let me read this, man. Let me go into the Apocrypha, because see, this thing is just too much. Where is it? Okay, you got to go here. Present. Get my Apocrypha again. See, because boy, look at him. He said rejoice. Now this is Revelation. Let me make sure this on my screen. Revelation. He said rejoice. Uh-oh. Hold up. Yeah, I'm right. He said rejoice. He said, and they that dwell upon the earth, is verse 10, they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry. A freaking dragon. Y'all, they rejoicing and making merry about the situation. Now, yeah, I don't think I done forgot my thought. I want that Apocrypha. Something in that Apocrypha that I want to get. Was it all right? Now, when you go to Joel 3, it say they cast lots for my people. That's another situation. It's like playing the lottery. Now, where is it? I think it's 6. Let me try. Let me try 6 and see what it's talking about. There it is, 13. He ain't telling you. Telling you this stuff for no reason, boy. These people. Oh, now I know what I wanted, but I'm going to hit this first. It says, separate yourself from your enemies and take heed of your friend. Because your friend can be following the enemy. So don't just follow this friend just because they're your friend. You better take heed to his behind too. You want to go suck up under the so-called white man, knowing that he is the devil. But let's let the scriptures cut his head off. Because the stuff that these people got going on, boy. Just focus on this one. Good gracious. They passing. They having a festival like situation, picnic, and got a whole name after the situation. We don't pick one that we gonna hang on the tree, and we gonna have a whole carnival festival type situation when we rejoicing and making merry over this darn joker that's tormenting us, knowing that we ain't got the blessing and they got the blessing. It's a prayer of Azariah 1:9, and thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies. See, these enemies, they gonna be rejoicing over your behind, man. They gonna be making a merry day, a happy day. Oh, happy day. When you done gave us these Negroes. See, they gonna make a good day out of the situation. Most hateful forsakers of God, and to an unjust king, and the most wicked in all the world. See, these jokers is the most wicked in all the world, and a Negro will sit up there and follow them. You know the Lord got to be blinding them, because they got ears and they got eyes that see what's going on. So the Lord got to be blinding you, man. There's no way possible that these atrocities is going on, and the average everyday Negro know that the atrocity went on and is still going on, and they talking about some freaking Christian church. Boy, you got to be amazing. Now, we got that one. Say they the most wicked in all the world. When you go to Ezekiel, I think Ezekiel chapter 7, he say the same thing. It say the same situation. Who gonna take over the Holy Land? See, who are the peoples that done took over the Holy Land, and who gonna be the one to take it? It say the land of Israel. Who over there, and who took it in 70 AD, and who over there right now? Okay, which verse is it? See, silver and gold wasn't gonna save them when these people hit the scene. Here it is, verse 21. It says, Ezekiel 7:21, and I will give it into the hands of strangers for a prey, and to the wicked of the earth. See, he gave it to Esau, Edom. Esau is the border of wickedness. Edom is the border of wickedness. See, he gave it to the wicked of the earth. And who is the wicked of the earth? It's a specific people. Verse, let's see here. Did I go down too far? Yeah, 24. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. So the worst of the heathen is the most wicked peoples in the world. See, they're worse than all the other nations. It's the nation of Edom, the so-called white men. See, when they were the Greeks, they were the worst. When they was the Romans, calling themselves the Romans, but they stole both of them identities, because Japhet was the Greeks and Japhet was the Romans first. See, because Japhet populated all that land up there. It was all named after the sons of Japhet, Magog and Gog and all that crap. But the Edomites went up there now, it's they stuff. They're like America. But it say, the worst of the heathen, the most wicked in the earth. See, this is what they're not teaching. That this is why them people can do all that stuff. And the Lord said this is who he was going to give us to. He was going, let me go ahead and get that. He was going to give us to the most wickedest people. That's going to be our punishment. See, We want to disobey. I'm not gonna give you no good punishment. Well, you know what? You done messed up. I'm gonna send you on a vacation. See, I'm gonna send you on a vacation. You can do whatever you want to do. Go have a good time. Since you don't want to do what I tell you to do, go on a vacation and have a good time. Say, no, I'm sending your behind to the most wickedest people in the world. And I'm going to send them to you, and they going to capture your behind. And you going to realize what the world you did then. You're going to be looking back. You're going to remember, man, what the heck did I do? Why did I do that crap? Boy, the Lord ain't playing with me. My dad done put me on a punishment of all punishments, sending me to their house. He said, 49, it's 28:49. I'm going to send you to the most wickedest peoples in the world. See, the wicked of the earth, the worst of the heathen. It said, the Lord shall bring a nation against you from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. That's what it said in Lamentation. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You don't understand no Greek, Latin. See, you don't understand these romantic languages. See, French, Spanish, all these languages come from Rome. They romantic languages. Romance come from Rome. See, you're getting all that from the Edomites. It says, a nation of fierce continent. That means a fierce look. Continent means look, pretty much. So when you see him, he look fierce. When you see somebody with leprosy, it's a scary sight. See, that's when they saw Miriam. They said she looked like one that is dead. She looked like a dead person walking around. All these chocolate dark people, chocolate brown people, these chocolate people walking around in just a vanilla a vanilla ice cream cone pop up on the scene, a strawberry ice cream cone pop up on the scene with all this dark chocolate. Say, what the heck did that? What happened to you? A nation of fierce continents which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. See, we gonna have these old women out here. We gonna string them up. Let them chastise our children. We'll string they behind up too. See, don't think that they're gonna sit around and knit and make clothes all day or chop up some food and cook food all day. No, we're gonna throw they behind in the cotton field too. They're gonna be out there with a bag and around their waist picking cotton. And it says, "Nor show favor to the young." You see the picture of the. Let me see if I can get one of these pictures, man. Let's see. This shows you that these dragons is on a whole nother level. Because we gonna show you the kids right along with Big Mama. They out there in the cotton field picking. And see, I'm from Georgia. I done been out there in the cotton field. And them sticker brows on them darn cotton bushes, you put your hand up there and thinking that it's a game if you want. It ain't like no needle and thread. That thing look like a freaking man, that's like a toothpick. You got a whole a wooden toothpick on the freaking bush, poking out, sharp as a razor, and you sitting around, got to grab that thing real fast and hurry up and get it done for massa. Now hold on, let me see here. I want to see if I can pull up that picture. So we got to hurry. We trying to get this cotton pick now. You Negroes better get the picking. The Africans call us a cotton. The Hamites call us a cotters, a bunch of cotton pickers. Because we done made these dragons rich from picking that darn cotton. I'm gonna put old women and children in the cotton field. Google show that one. See, I'm on the screen. Yeah. Where is it? Well, we see the little ones out there. The little ones out there getting to it. She barely can walk. And a dragon would try to pop up some little Irish people out there picking the cotton. The Irish was picking cotton too. Y'all wasn't the only ones out there picking that cotton. It was some Irish folks out there. Look, this little girl how straight as it want to be. And she look like she got an Indian face. But they got the little ones out there getting to it. Getting stuck by them sticker brows. See. And sticker brows so hard, boy. You feel it, you don't feel it. Look, grandma out there. She don't look young. Old lady. The young. See, we ain't showing no favor. Ain't a bunch of men out there picking no cotton. We gonna have the young women, the old women, and these children out there picking that cotton. See, the Lord ain't hold back no details, man. And a Negro will get up in there. That ain't talking about the transatlantic. Deuteronomy 28 ain't talking about no. It's talking about when they went over to Babylon. Them folks weren't picking no cotton in Babylon, man. They did not have them children, the old women doing nothing in Babylon. He ain't had to say nothing about what they were doing, what they was look at Big Mama. What they were doing in Babylon. He didn't give you no details about what they were doing in Babylon. Look, Big Mama, you see the gray hair in the head almost. You know Big Mama when you see her now. Big Mama ain't hiding. There ain't no young whippersnapper. That's grandma out there. Grandma about 50, 60 years old, picking that cotton. That cotton sticking the heck out of her fingers. So these dragons, man. Let me see here. And then in the 60s, you had people talking about they were picking potatoes their whole life. They 30 years old, got children all over the place, and the people that got them out there picking the potatoes, they ain't even got no place for the people to live. They put a haystack on the side of the house, like this little raggedy shack, and the folks lay on that haystack and get them a good nap in so they can get back up and pick some more potatoes. And they got a little funky behind water hole somewhere with the little children who out there picking potatoes with them. They go out there and they drink water up out the little water hole, little raggedy water hole spigot that they got. This in the 60s now. So you know, in the 1800s, before the Industrial Revolution, before they start making all these water pipes and having water companies, and they living off the well. A Negro got to go in and drink some well water out of a bucket while you out there picking that cotton. They probably ain't even have no water out there, man. Cause them people dropping dead. They last a year. A slave will last you a year. Like you got a car, you get that car, and that car will last you a year. You got to go trade it in and get another one. Or you just got to go start all over, break down, you send it to the junkyard, you get you another car. But y'all selling pictures of the freaking oh, what happened? Okay, you're trying to knock me off. See, white folks still own the land now. They out there in their cotton field. Can we go take some pictures out there in the cotton field? Me and Becky and Susie, we gonna go out there in the cotton field and take some pictures. Because we like the look of that cotton. The young. Show no favor to the young. Child labor law. Yeah, because it's probably in the 60s. They acting like they done stopped some crap. You got these people out here in the 60s getting poked in the hand with these sticker bras and this cotton. And then it ain't just the Negroes, because the Mexicans over there in Georgia, they done caught them Mexicans over there working for these dragons. A couple of them dropped dead, and the dragon ain't even told nobody, and sent the folk to the funeral yard. They done just buried them somewhere in the man's yard. Because they're illegal immigrant. They start acting like they breaking the law, but you working for one of your citizens. How he's so illegal, but he working for somebody, making them people money. Look, grandma, a master done went out there and took a whole picture with him. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, this is what be going on in Babylon. Babylon got all kind of mess. Let's see here. And that Rosewood, man, that thing tell you, boy, they really put their foot in it. And I know some Negroes that don't like to watch no Rosewood. They say, man, I don't watch that Rosewood. I don't want to be mad. So, well, you know, that's why it's important to have an understanding of what's going on. Because we know it's a punishment, but at the same time, we know our enemy. See, you know your enemy very well due to what he did in during your punishment era. He ain't the one to be trusted. The Lord got us in this punishment, but guess what? We ain't trusting your behind. I can't do nothing about the punishment, but guess what I can do? Not trust your funky behind. Because I know you the most wickedest heathen out there.
What doing? You need to get on out the road. We got business to take care of over there.
Man, let me go back to that, because this is what we're going to go down to.
You need to get on out the road. We got business to take care of.
Now, when this situation pop up, see, look, they don't went switched it up on me. When this situation pop off, this ain't the so-called white folks standing up for the Negro. See, they be having their own issues. See, just like with the Civil War. See, they worrying about the money. See, you messing up our money. You freaking drunk hillbillies, calm down. Y'all messing up our money. See, we trying to make money and live on the hall. Y'all want to run around here and kill up folk. Leave these folks alone. They are workers. They making us money. They helping us live a luxurious life. Why is you messing with them? Leave them alone and let us slave them to death. See, we rather torture these jokers than kill them. Why y'all? That's the conversation. We rather torture them than kill them. Don't kill them. Wait. See, it ain't no protection. It's just saying, wait. We rather torture them. See, we want to kill them like you want to kill them, but we just want to do it in a different way. We disagree with you killing them when we want to torture these jokers. Just like when somebody, child, get molested and raped and killed and burnt and everything, the family gonna be so heated. They say I got a better. See, I got something better than money. See, I got something better than that, man. Y'all just want to hang the folks and kill the folks. Y'all drunk. Shut up and calm down, man. You ain't coming out here with all that ignorant, man. We want to torture these people, make money off of them, kill one or two of them, and we ain't trying to just slaughter everybody. Y'all gonna come over here drunk, kill up everybody. And then who we gonna have to work our cotton field? Who we gonna have to make our money? See, this is what their argument is all about. And same thing with Russia and these other heathens. They saying, you Americans, man, y'all trying to kill up the darn people. We making money with them. See, that's what Revelation 18 was about. We making money off these Negroes. Why in the world is y'all gonna just try to call martial law and just slaughter the people? Which they probably in on it too. But they saying the merchants gonna be mad. See, the merchants gonna be saying, well, dang it, we was making money with Babylon. Why Babylon got burned up like that, man? We was making some good money off these Negroes. What, Revelation 18 and 10? Yeah, 18 starting at 9. It said, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament over her when they see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas. Saying, oh, just at last ain't saying at last. It's saying, alas, like they making a big major noise. That great city Babylon, that mighty city, in 1 hour is your judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. See, they not trying to have you come over in our city and slaughter our workers. We want to be making money. We got merchandise to sell. I got cotton to be picked, corn, tobacco. See, they can slaughter these hogs for me. Be some cowboys and organize my cows. Why y'all want to come over here and start trouble in Bill Harp's town? See, this is what the mindset of these Edomites. They ain't fighting over no. We gonna help the Negroes out, and we don't want y'all to kill our Negroes. There's some nice Negroes. Leave them alone. We gonna help them. Say, no, they ain't in no mindset like that. Say, we just want to torture these jokers and work them to death. Why you just want to kill them? Like on Django, she say, Miss Laura. Let me see if I can get that. But see, I don't want to get the copyright going too far. It say, Miss Laura, Miss Laura come up with the bright idea to hang you and snip you or do something or to burn you, to throw rocks at you, let the dogs get you by the stone side or something. He said, but Miss Lord come up with the bright idea to send you to the Lynn Quentin plantation, where they can work you all day and all night, turning little rocks to big rocks, and they're going to work you till your back give out, and then they're going to hit you upside the head and throw you in the nigger hole. See, because we rather send you for a greater torture your behind than just kill you. What that's going to do. And he did what he say? He say, I know something worse than that. Y'all just gonna kill him? What the plan Dickie to do something worse than that? See, we got something worse than what you drunk Edomites gonna do. You drunk and got a lynch mob. Y'all gonna mess up our money, man. Mess up the church's money.
Back up on that right now. Move this truck down. What doing? You need to get on out the road. We got business to take care of over there. Show you to rape my wife? Put him up! Simmer down, y'all! I had a nice quiet town here. You put an end to that, didn't you, boy?
And see, this is what they're gonna try to blame it on the that was the Project Megiddo. See, these black extremists, these Israelites, if we had a nice Christian operation going. See, we had these Negroes killing each other, or we was putting on black masks and running through doing drive-bys on these Negroes, and they didn't know what was going on. We had a nice operation going. Why you people got to get on the internet and start telling the truth? Why you people got to get on the internet and start telling these Negroes what's going on? Why you got to warn my peoples, man? These my Negroes. I got the right to do whatever I want to do to them. See, and we let them know. See, the Lord got a sword that He preparing for y'all behind, and they gonna come with that lynch mob. See, when they come with that lynch mob, it ain't gonna be no, oh, y'all preaching hate. Then, when they come with that lynch mob, it ain't gonna be no God love everybody. See, when that lynch mob hit that corner, see, then you gonna know. Like the Lord said in Ecclesiastes, you're gonna be pricked with my words. Then you're gonna see that this was a prophet amongst you trying to warn you about what's gonna happen. These dragons ain't changed a bit. They known for lynch mob in your behind, and they already sitting around contemplating we gonna make a law for this thing. We ain't gonna just be drunk and run out there in the streets with rifles and stuff and come after your behind. We want to put it in law so we can come after you with the law. But Ezekiel 21, verse 9, Ezekiel 21 and 9, it says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus says the Lord, a sword is sharpened and also furnace. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furnace that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contempt the rod of my son as every tree. So he talking about that rod is going to come, and it's going to be on every man, because the man, he used trees to represent men. Verse 11, he's saying he have given it to be furnished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened. So he said, I sent you to this man so he can handle my business. And I'm sharpening him up. I'm sharpening his skills. He finna learn he gonna put that thing in law, and he gonna say every Negro that ain't complying, it's gonna be off with his head. And if he don't got an angel protecting him, he is in trouble. It says, and it shall furnish and to give it into the hand of the slayer. Who is the slayer? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man and his government, his military, his lynch mob. That's going to come for wicked Negro. It's a cry and howl, son of man, force shall be upon my people. So that's why we in the streets crying and howling. We online crying and howling, telling them, trust him if you want to. Keep going to his Christian church and him telling you to stay wicked so you can suck up a nasty, funky pig, shrimp, look like a roach, a lobster, a crab, look like a spider, eating a bunch of boo-boo and waste out of the ocean in the water. Keep sucking up a nasty catfish that'll eat anything. See, he's trying to be like these Chinese people and eat lobsters and squids and bat soup. See, keep eating rats like these African possums and coons. Keep acting a fool if you want to. It says, cry and howl, son of man. This is what is happening on the street corner. Why y'all out here? Y'all out there yelling, standing on the street corner with dresses talking about the white man. You need to get some money and donate to the poor and round up these Negroes and make them do right. See, it says, for it shall be upon my people, this war. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. See, he gonna have terrors. He done told him, these Edomites, they not gonna show no favor to the old and the young. They gonna come through and slaughter everybody, man. When that military hit the street, we gonna see when those chip stations, the Karagma, see, when they wanna make you into a cyborg and throw your behind in a prison if you don't want to do it, and put you on a guillotine chopping block if you don't want to do it. See, terrors is gonna come upon these folks. It says, smite therefore upon your thigh, because it is a trial. See, this is the test that's gonna come to wicked Negroes who want to run their mouth now. Listen to the so-called white man talking about something. I love God and Jesus and the Lord. I praise him. Praise him. All that kind of crap. See, ain't followed none instruction. Say, because this verse 13 of Ezekiel 21, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contend even the rod, it shall be no more, says the Lord. It says, let me jump down. Let me jump down to verse 15. It says, I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, that their heart may faint. See, he gonna let you know, boy, when they hit the scene, you finna run. And see, and during the Red Summer, Black Wall Street, and they heard the mobs coming. See, folks was killing themselves, folks was hiding out. See, it says, and their ruin be multiplied. It is made bright. It is wrapped up for the slaughter. So this is pretty much what the Lord is telling these folks. Now look at I'm going to jump out of verse 19 because it gets specific And it's talking about the king of Babylon, but it ain't talking about the Babylon they thinking about. See, it's talking about that same king of Babylon in Isaiah 14. That same king of Babylon in Jeremiah 50 and 51. See, that represent Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Ezekiel 21 and 19. Also, thou son of man, appoint thee 2 ways, that the sword of the king of Babylon may come, both twine shall come forth out of one land, and choose thou a place, choose it at the head of the way to the city. This is where it's coming.
Wasn't no colored boy, had nothing to do with what happened here.
Shut up, Jesse.
That ain't my name.
See, boy, look at him. It's finna go down.
They accused him of writing some insulting letters to a white woman.
And like Revelation 12 and 10, the accuser of the brethren. See, they was accusing folks of little petty stuff back then, and they gonna do the same thing now, like a death adder. They don't give a care what you was doing. They finna accuse you of all kind of stuff, so they got the right to lock your behind up and throw you into prison and kill your behind, and your house y'all gonna have to come, like Matthew 24 and 21. He gonna have to come and save them, because if not, these dragons will kill everybody, man. If he don't come back, all of these Israelites, they ain't gonna be able to make it, because these people are being tormented by the fact that they ain't get that blessing. So they saying, we got to get rid of these Negroes. That's what it was down there in South Carolina. The Jews was not gonna replace us. See, they ain't ignorant. They know somebody's trying to replace us. But let me let me see here. The water for the precepts, brethren. Let me see here. But yeah, pretty much leave it there. I might go live a little bit later, because I got this this lesson about manhood, because these people are going to war with us over our manhood. That's how they having a major spiritual war with that situation. And I want to start a whole channel dedicated to the operation, because they attacking the manhood situation so hard. But yeah, they trying to accuse us in every shape, form, or fashion. That's why they trying to shut the internet down.
Word had gotten around town that Anthony Crawford had started acting uppity.
He was accused of assaulting a white woman.
This white guy thought there was a courtship going on between Wes Johnson and this white man's wife.
There was a 28-year-old man who hadn't done anything. the mob lynched him because he was Black.
When you're raised in a family where there was a known lynching, you're socialized very differently about America.
After slavery was prohibited in 1865, formerly enslaved people in America were granted full citizenship, the right to vote, and under the 14th Amendment, protection from racial violence. Formerly enslaved people were promised land and opportunity, but most got nothing because America quickly devolved into an era of racial terrorism and oppression for Black citizens. White people in the South were angry that people formerly considered property were now equal citizens. Many turned to violence. In the years immediately following the Civil War, thousands of Black people were murdered when they tried to claim their rights. Soon afterwards, federal troops were withdrawn from the South, ending a brief period of racial progress known as Reconstruction. Nationwide resistance to racial equality resulted in the reestablishment of racial subordination through biased laws, disenfranchisement, and terrorism, most dramatically enforced through lynchings. Racial terror lynchings of Black people defined a shameful era in America. These lynchings differed from the hanging of white people in places where there was no functioning criminal justice system. Racial terror lynchings were directed at all Black people. They enforced compliance with racial hierarchy and white supremacy and ensured racial segregation and denial of equal rights. In 1916, in Cedar Bluff, Mississippi, a young Black man named Jeff Brown accidentally bumped into a white woman while running to catch a train. A white mob stopped him and lynched him, beating him and then hanging him from a tree for his insolence and carelessness. His public murder was not about criminal punishment, but was instead about maintaining racial hierarchy and terrorizing the Black community. White town residents proudly sold photographs of Mr. Brown's brutalized body hanging from the tree for 5 cents each. The Equal Justice Initiative has documented thousands of racial terror lynchings between 1877 and 1950. EJI has confirmed the lynchings of over 4,000 Black people who were tortured, maimed, beaten, shot, hung, and burned alive by crowds of white people, often with the cooperation of law enforcement or government officials. The terror of lynching was so widespread that millions of Black people fled the South and settled in the urban North and West as refugees of American terror, shaping the current demographic geography of the United States. On July 5, 1933, an older Black woman named Elizabeth Lawrence reprimanded a group of white children who threw rocks at her as she walked home from work. Word spread that a Black woman had dared to rebuke white children, and that night, an angry mob of white citizens lynched Ms. Lawrence for her audacity. Her home was then burned to the ground. Her son, Alexander, fled to Boston. Racial terror lynchings often had the atmosphere of carnivals, with food vendors and souvenir stands. Hundreds or thousands of white people would often gather to watch and take part in the torture and murder of Black citizens. There has been no effort in America to confront this legacy of racial terror. While hundreds of Confederate monuments litter the landscape in southern states, there has been no public recognition of the violence endured by Black people. On October 7, 1910, a white mob in Montgomery, Alabama tried to abduct and lynch Black men being held in jail on suspicion of miscegenation or interracial sexual relations. When they were unable to get the men out of the jail, the frustrated mob lynched a Black taxi driver named John Dell, who was sitting in his cab nearby. No one was ever arrested or prosecuted for his murder. EJI's Community Remembrance Project.
All right, I just want to let that run through again, but I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash, the one to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Peace to the elect worldwide, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans descended slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.